Yeah.
Welcome, everybody, to Joys of the Junk Era, the show about baseball cards of a certain age and the collectors who love them. I am one of those collectors, and you are looking at an old, beat up Nike shoebox, and I do not know what's inside. One of the great joys of the junk era was the sort of mystery of uh, getting a mysterious find at a garage sale, at a flea market, something along those lines. I was on Craigslist this morning, even though I have absolutely no time to be doing this today. My wife and kids are running around, and I am supposed to be running errands as well. And there was a guy who about a mile away from me in Brooklyn was cleaning out a storage locker. I thought it would. I texted back and forth with him. And he said he had some baseball cards. I thought it would be fun to just run over, literally run, and see if I could sneak in a baseball card find. I got there. He had this box, and opened it, and it said baseball cards $1 each. I'm not anticipating. By the way, almost certainly overpaid for this. I just said I'll take the box, and I gave him the cash I had on me, which was $31. I I am not under any illusion that this card will be worth the value of the cards in this box will be worth that much. I am frankly not all that interested in that, but more about what I might find in here. This guy seemed quite hard up too, so I didn't really mind overpaying. His storage locker looked like one of the bad ones on Storage Wars that people skip over, and it was not wasn't smelling great in there. But I felt a little bad for the guy, and I did not have time to peruse the cards, and I thought it would just be fun to give him what I had, run the box back, and open it up. So I'll flip through a couple, and then maybe I'll pause it just to spare you the full search and start it up again and give you a rundown of what I ended up with. But one of my favorite parts of the baseball card collecting process was just pulling out random finds and exploring them. So let's see what we got. All right, so some kind of upper deck card. So this looks actually better than frankly what I expected. Only in the sense that I have been totally out of the loop in baseball cards for the last 2 decades, and this is the time period in which I just have absolutely no knowledge or information about what happened. So here's a Manny Machado Bowman. That's kind of cool. Zach Greinke. Yeah, so these are like more recent cards. Christian Vasquez. Oh, a Yachty. Yachty Heritage. Yachty's my favorite baseball player. I'll put that aside. I'll just put aside a stack of these. I'll kind of just run through this pile really quick, just so you can get a sense. There's an Albert Pujols. That's cool. There's another Yachty. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. I can't wait until he's in a Cards uniform, which will be quite soon. 2 Verlanders. This is way better than I expected. I have no idea whether I would get up to a point where I'd be able to sell these individually to recoup $31, but I'm not going to sell them anyway, I don't think. The only way that would happen is if my wife makes me set up an eBay store, which she's been sort of hinting at. Milky Mesa rookie card. It's like, why are you buying all these cards just so they can fill up my apartment? Here's a Manny Ramirez Diamond Kings. These cards that are like painted or hand-drawn are just so beautiful. Here's a Deion Sanders Gypsy Queen. It's a little rough around the edges. They're actually in decent condition. Eric Anthony, yeah! I have a bunch of these Eric Anthony cards from back when I was a kid, and I thought he was going to be the man. Moises Alou, Ricky Henderson, Adam Wainwright. Here's a cool Greg Maddux. This is not his rookie, I don't think. Yeah, he'd been playing for a couple years. Tom Seaver, Donnie Baseball. All right, so look, you get the idea. I mean, maybe somewhere in here there's some kind of pricey gem or something like that, but I'm like super excited about this because this is the if you watched my previous video, I was ripping on a Fleer Ultra Tom Glavine card. This is 92 Fleer Ultra. I thought they did a really good job of these cards. The borderless for the most part. I think Fleer Ultra had some good stuff. So I won't belabor. Let me just finish this stack because I sort of can't stop. Stadium Club is the next level in my view after Upper Deck in terms of beautiful baseball cards. I'm going to talk a lot more about those because there's an Altuve All-Star game. I don't know what year this is, 2014. Sean Doolittle. Now we're in like a little series of like Topps Commons. I don't know. I might have happened to have picked up the really nice stuff. So all this was like more or less kind of the same stuff, like not all that interesting. I don't really like this Topps design, but I will pause it here and be back in a minute for you. Quite a while for me, it looks like, with some of the highlights to show you what I have. Thanks. Okay, I'm back. It's about a half hour later. I gotta say that was like the funnest half hour I've had in quite a while. It was like some guy just said, "Here's a sample of what has been going on in baseball for the last however many years." There was stuff. I mean, you can see right on top. There was like a David Justice from Upper Deck 1990, and then there was stuff all the way up through. There was like relics and numbered cards and all this stuff. So I just pulled out a random sample. I mean, like you can see there's all these like shiny refractors. It was super fun to flip through this. Mostly because there was just so much variety. I mean, it was like sort of uncurated. So the clear dregs, I mean, there was a bunch of cards you can see that are just totally, but like they were in a flood or something like that. And like, it's just this like 90 Topps junk, like not good looking, not interesting, not worth anything, not in good condition cards. That's kind of cool. Griffey checklist. So there was some of that, but that was a small minority. I think I can say like most of what's in here is like, decent players to stars, and of all sorts in all shapes and sizes in terms of cards. So these are like in no particular order, just cards I thought were cool. There was a ton of Jeters in there. If anybody sees anything super interesting, let me know. I just pulled out cards that I thought looked nice, and I haven't seen before. There was just so much stuff that I'm right now just like kind of unfamiliar with that I was really like super pleasantly surprised. I mean, I suppose I could have opened it up and it was just all total boring garbage, but it's it's not even close to that. There were some in these like soft sleeves. I love these Diamond Kings. Like this is like this is such a great sort of franchise of Donruss. I'm glad they still do this. Donruss, in my opinion, has the best sort of, I guess I would call them like insert trademarks. Rated Rookie and Diamond Kings are just so always so cool. Jeter. I think I just put most of the Jeters together, and then like this is just, I assume this is some kind of chrome refractor, which I'm not sort of used to sizing up, but I just put that in there as an example. There were a bunch of A-Rods. I don't know why this is. I think I thought this was an autograph, but I learned same with this. I don't think they are. Rookie cards. This weird A-Rod. Greatest hits. I mean, they have such weird ideas. Like, what a terrible design for a car. This is this hit or miss Fleer Ultra. I mean, earlier in the video I talked about a Fleer Ultra, the 92 Fleer Ultra that I really like. This is a god-awful, like, dated idea of a card. It's 2001, and they're thinking that CDs will be around forever. I'm not sure what the point is. It's like, just like, what can we put on the card that immediately dates it to the early 2000s? But either way, it's fun to look at. I thought this was cool. This wasn't numbered. There were some really good numbered cards in here. Cool Griffey. I just thought these were like the cool. I've never seen these before. It's like kids' drawings of baseball players that they get to put on a card. I just thought this was like the awesomest idea. And these are the kids. Oh, I guess it's not just kids. This guy's 79 years old. It's such a good idea. Because, you know, all over the country, people are drawing their favorite baseball players. Love it. This is like a cool, I don't know who this, Chase Utley rookie. I just thought that was neat. Here's a U.S. Star Prospects relic of Rick. I don't know who Rick Hague is. But I just thought it was, you know, everyone's talking about these relics. They don't really do it for me, but I just thought it was cool. I think Jim Abbott is like one of the most interesting baseball players ever, so I just pulled that out. Here's a Gary Sheffield relic of some variety. And then it says this relic is not from any specific game, event, or season. All right, whatever. It's just the shine in these cards was like worth the price of admission. This is like a card that I just remember so well that I had to take out of the stack. Jim Abbott is awesome. Here's some like old 92 Donruss Griffey, this 89 Fleer McGuire. Oh, this is awesome. This Colton Wong prospect card. Love that. There were, for some reason, like a bunch of Justin Upton refractors, and like this guy looks so cool on a refractor card. He's wearing refractors on his face, and then he's just like a badass looking dude, and then the card itself is a refractor. This weird Mar McGuire, it's like half the card is see-through. I actually have another one of these Nolan Ryans in a tux. I like that. This is a some kind of special Stadium Club card. I mostly pulled it out because it's Ozzy. This card I pulled out because it is so cool. I don't know who this guy is, Ryan Rayburn, but look at those fans. That is the coolest card. Just like visually so satisfying, so you know, it's so interesting how rarely you see fans featured so prominently on a card. I mean, you could probably figure out who that guy is if you poke around for, you know, Pirates fans on Facebook for long enough. I mean, this is like really weird almost that like these people are forever emblazoned on this guy's baseball card. I just thought that was so unusual, and the card is so nice. It's a great photograph. The expression on every one of their faces, including Rayburn's himself. All right, A-Rod. I just thought this was cool because I'd never seen a refractor team card before, so I thought that was kind of nice. This is Ozzy's for me. This cool Rick Ankiel, just a crazy looking weird card. I just thought it was kind of interesting. This is a Griffey. This is a reprint. Berger's best reprint, but I just love this card, the original of this card. There was a bunch of Altuves, Matt Adams. I don't know if these cards are rookies when they have the cup on them. It says All-Star Rookie, but I don't know what that means. This really cool... Oh, this was numbered to 1960. Clemente numbered card. I don't know. It seems kind of neat. Ozzie Smith. I pulled out the Altuves just because, like, I've never had an Altuve card. I pulled out the Goldschmidts. There was a bunch of Bryce Harpers in there. More Goldschmidt. You know, I have all these, like, St. Louis connection cards. I don't know if this is his rookie or it must be a second year. I don't know, but it's a pretty sweet card. Bryce Harper. Trout and Mauer on the same card. That's cool. Pujols, Allen and Ginter. Crazy Adam Jones. One of these was numbered, yeah. Numbered to 999. Adam Jones, Heritage card. I mean, like, it was my sense that Altuve. It was my sense that these were pretty, like most of the cards were like sort of the higher end packs you can get at this during this period, I guess. I loved these studio cards. I just thought they were so kind of interesting. I pulled some of those out. This is an example. I just want to pull this out because I like ripped on this Tom Glavine the other day for taking a picture of Tom Glavine putting on a card when you can't see anything but his armpit covering his face. This John Lester is like the opposite of that. You can cover his face is covered, but this is like this is like iconic John Lester staring down the batter from behind the glove. That steely personality on the mound. So I mean, it doesn't mean you have to show their whole face. Just don't have it look totally haphazard. Bryce Harper, this is really cool. This Bryce Harper Nationals Allen and Ginter cards. These cards are like of the like sort of modern day cards. The Allen and Ginter and Gypsy Queen cards are my favorite by far. They just look so beautiful. A-Rod. Yasiel Puig rookie. I thought that was cool. Here's like some kind of mini A-Rod. Buster Posey, shiny. Manny, shiny. Dave Winfield. This is a really cool card. Dave Winfield, super shiny. And Adam Eaton rookie. I don't know if this is what just all Bowman Chrome cards look like, but it was pretty shiny. And then I just thought I would like show you, because I thought this was funny, a couple other things. They had some Jordans in there. I don't know like anything about basketball cards. Vince Carter, Jason Kidd, Eli Manning. These were all in top loaders. Randy Moss. And then this is the card of all these cards to put in the hard screw case plastic. J.D. Drew, Upper Deck Choice, St. Louis Cardinals. This is a silly card. I guess that's Busch Stadium in the background, although frankly I can't really tell. But most of the card is just like these kind of cheeseball graphics that are brown and white. Yeah, I don't know if I'm missing something. I don't think this is any kind of particularly good card. Same thing with this Orlando Hernandez. And then lastly, superhero Michael Jordan card. Superman Michael Jordan card. This card is just like, regardless of your interest in basketball or even sports, just a crazy card. And on the back, faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Michael Jordan. What a fun card. What a fun box. You can tell me whether you think it was worth $31. I am convinced that it was. I've had a blast this morning, and now I have to do really fast all the other stuff that I was supposed to get done today. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the little adventure I had this morning.